Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Factorio Break the Game. My name is Zedith, and I'm playing with Root here. And today we have a bit of a special episode where we've installed a special sign. This is a project that I've spent a bit of time making, and in a second you'll get to see what it does.
And it's not just any sign; it's a sign that thinks for itself.
It is. It's like a mini computer within Factorio. So it's sort of, we'll go through and we'll explain it, but it reads some inputs, thinks about them for a bit, and then shoots them onto our monitor over here.
Now, before you go too far, Zenith, the purpose of this sign is to reward or not really reward. That's not the word I'm looking for. The word I'm looking for is
Recognise.
Recognise is exactly the word I'm looking for. Recognise the people that have helped, have supported the factory, and onto the future. These are some people that I'm really appreciative towards. So obviously Colonel Will, who helped us get such a great start, and Zedith, who's joined the series since episode 60, I think it was. And then I've got a whole bunch of Patreon support who each month they're contributing to the running costs of the channel. And basically, yeah, that's what this sign is for. It's just to recognise these people and to show them that I appreciate what they did. So this was Zedith's idea and his build, so I'm going to let him explain from here on in.
Alrighty. So, before we do go too far in, I just want to say a special thank you to Hanzik and Malerian. Hanzik built a part of this, which we'll go into, and helped me with it, and Malerian also gave me a few ideas and helped me troubleshoot a few things. So thank you to them. Okay, so onto the build. Let's go have a look at the brain, shall we?
Oh, we got one more name though.
Oh, here's Barger. Barger Ben.
Great guy.
Good guy. Good bloke. He's another Aussie, I think.
Yeah, he is. Another Australian.
Yep. Alrighty, so let's go have a look at this. This is the brain of the build. On the left, we've got this whole stack of combinators, and that is what's known as a binary decoder. And again, massive thank you to Hanzik for building that and showing me how it works and how to use it. He actually gave me basically a crash course in binary while I was streaming, which was really cool. So what this does is it takes binary inputs in the form of decimal binary and decodes those, and will output certain signals based on the input code, which we then use to display lights on the grid.
So can you explain that in English?
Okay. Let's have a look at it.
Because that sounded really technical and shit, but yeah. Damn, man.
Okay, so basically we'll go have a look at the name list in a second. In the name list, for each letter, we have a combinator that has a number in it. And what happens is that number gets fed into that stack of combinators. It does some cool stuff to it, and basically from that number it decides, or it has a certain pattern or a certain code, and it will be able to recognize that and output that in the form of a letter.
So in terms of outputting the letter, right, you see each of these lamps has a different wire condition. So what the number coming in does is it gets decoded, okay, by this binary decoder into all these little individual signals. So for example, the different letters, different lights will be on. So for example, if we had a just an I or a 1 running straight down the middle, we'd have a locomotive equal to 1, a pipe to underground, blue inserter, blue underground belt, smart chest, and signal A. Okay, that's what would be sent to the display, and that's how we get the letters to show up.
Yeah, so we can have a look at it actually decoding. So I've just activated the system, so in a second you'll see as it cycles through, it actually decoding these letters. So it should start any second. Here's hoping. There we go. So you'll only see the letter flash up for a second because it decodes it and then it actually writes it to the display, which we can't see at the moment. But it will cycle through and take the letters that we will go have a look at the moment and decode them, and we get a sort of visual output. So the rest of the combinators that are sort of encased in this wall, basically that's a clock or a timer. And so that basically references the name list, which we'll go have a look at, grabs one of the letters from there, runs it through the decoder, and then tells it to print on the display. So, complex little system, but
it's based fairly. It's pretty. It's an extension of simple concepts. You have a clock, and you've got something just translating some instructions for you.
Yeah, basically. So we'll go up here and we'll have a look. This is our alphabet. So each of these constant combinators that are below each letter, they contain the signals in a binary form. So if we open one of those, we can see it's got a 0 signal and a 1 signal, and they'll be coded with certain numbers, up to in the tens of millions.
So just talking about the decimal number. So for example, okay, the displays are split into two halves. So this bottom half is one half. I think that's the 0. Is that right?
The bottom half is the 1 and the top half is the 0.
Okay. So this is the 1 signal. So you see here how it's got 10168840. What Zenith has done is he's gone, okay, we've got 4 lines. We go in binary. This is the instruction that we're sending to this letter. Zeros, 0 1s, 0, 0 0 0 1 0 0 0, 0 0 0 1 0 0 0. Okay, that's the instruction that he's then just punched into a tool on the internet that's translated that into a decimal number. Is that correct?
That's correct. So you can just get it there for free on Google. You just search a binary to decimal translator and you punch in the zeros and ones, and it will tell you the decimal output.
And that's where this crazy number comes from.
Yep.
So that what happens is when we run this crazy number through the binary decoder, it will actually give us 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 0 0 0 1 0 0 0, so on and so forth.
Yeah. So sort of simple concept. Well, I guess simple, but it's just way too much thinking for us to do, and that's why we use the combinators. So up here, this is our name list. We can use this alphabet to create a new name. And we've made a whole bunch. The names that we see on the display at the moment are all these ones up here. So each of these constant combinators is an individual letter, and we're spelling out names. So
for example, this is Bajaben. So this is B-A-J-A space. Okay, there's just nothing here. B-E-N.
Yep. And the really cool thing about this is if we wanted, we could change the order in which the names show up on the display. And we do that by this very left decider combinator in each row. And so we'll have a green signal equaling to a value. So in this case, the one that I'm at is green signal equals 1, and this is Colonel Will, so he will show up first on the display. And then if we go up to the next one, it's 2, which is myself. We could change these numbers, though, so that we could change the order in which they appear on the display.
Not just the order, though, their position. So theoretically, we could have one after a space. You could actually put it onto a new line, a new line completely.
Yep. And the whole system will actually sort of think for itself and learn if a new display is added. So if we had another name that we wanted to add to this list, we do?
Yes, we need to add Alistair.
Okay.
Because he ran the numbers for us, and that's been a huge help. So I think we should add him to the list.
Let's do it. All right. Well, would you like to do that?
As long as you help.
Okay. Do you know the blueprint you've got to take?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Rightio. Let's go make a name for Alistair.
Alrighty.
Who has been making the. He's been making the that cool spreadsheet I've been working from.
I'm just going to add a new display down here because it takes the bots a while to build it.
Alastor. Hell, we'll put that in there too. Why not? I see. So Zenith has made this template right here. Okay, and it's obviously here for a reason. So this is why he's put that there. So ALASTOR38. Boom. Because now what I can do is, now I've got that other substation, I should just come and plonk that there. Are we seriously out of constant combinators?
No, it's just because you're standing next to it.
Is that legit?
It goes off your personal roboport.
So I'm being wound up.
You are.
No worries.
The game's doing the work for me here. It's fantastic.
No, it isn't. Garbage. So once that gets here, we can then come down here and
Well,
grab our... Oh, hold on. It would have been a better idea, right? If we did something like this.
yep. I was going to say.
Thanks for your help.
You're welcome.
Thanks for letting me know before I went and built it up there. Dickhead. Okay, we need an 8. So this is how we do it, right? So we just copy this instruction here. Got to be a little bit closer. That's an 8. We'll grab the 3. R. And this is how simple it is. O.
I'll start from the other end.
T. Got a mental blank there.
Okay, we're done. So,
We hope.
we hope. If we've spelled it wrong, well,
It's your fault.
yeah, blame someone else.
Righty.
Yep. Excellent. So all we need to do now is just set that to, we'll set that to number 10. So that will show up in 10th. And let the bots build that. They'll come over in a second. And now we can go and activate our system.
Hold on. There we go. I'll just deconstruct that that other sign or instruction list or whatever you want to call it. Number block, word block.
Something, something. Something, something, something.
So right now you can see the position of all the words. So this is Colonel Will here, Zenith, Marcel, Raleigh. Now, the way we've done it, Alistair will be added to the bottom of the list. Colonel Will and everyone will be bumped up by 1. Is that what we're saying?
That's what we're saying. So if you want to go and activate it, you can show how easy it is to get the whole thing going.
No worries. Because idiot proof was really the thing you were looking for, wasn't it?
It was. It was. It had to be something that was really, really easy to use. So it's basically an activate just by changing that combinator. And that's all you have to do.
Did I break it?
No, you didn't. It's got a little bit of
there
delay.
it is.
There we go.
There you go. Through the magic of combinators, the name has gone up by 1. And yeah, everything will fill in now.
There we go.
It only took you 6 months to build.
It has taken a while. And again, thank you to those that did help with building it. And thanks for having it in Break the Game.
Well, I was doing the sign thing with with my supporters, and when I saw this, I thought, yeah, this is what we need, because the signs I was doing were unique for all of them, and that was a bit stupid because I was running out of ideas. So this allows me a nice, effective way to recognise people, and it's also near the crusher, so potentially we're going to be driving past this a bit, which I like.
Yeah,
because having these names close to where the action is a good idea, I think.
yeah, we'll constantly get to walk past and sort of be reminded, which I think is really cool.
Hmm.
So, in terms of using this display, I'm going to be putting up a Reddit post soon, and I'm sure we'll put a link in the video, and I'll allow people to play around with this themselves. And there's some really cool stuff that you can label certain parts of your factory or do something like that just by adapting the system to how you want it. So, yeah.
You could have dynamic letters.
Yeah.
Have a display spell you different things.
Yep. You can have, if you got really high tech with it, you could have it sort of do a list of your resource count and that sort of thing. So, I mean, that would be really high tech, but if you're willing to do that, go for it.
There's just one problem.
Uh-huh.
You've misspelt Alistair.
Who did what?
So, unfortunately, this computer doesn't contain spell check.
No.
Bit of an oversight by Zenith, the designer. I'm going to have words with him. We're going to talk about it off screen, see if we can work in some sort of inbuilt dictionary, thesaurus, spell checker, even like a little squiggly red line underneath. Any kind of thing to help the modern day person.
I didn't make it idiot proof enough, unfortunately.
It doesn't have spell check, therefore it's not idiot proof. Well, then again, iPhones have autocorrect, and well, we know what happens with autocorrect. Anyway, I'm going to go and correct this, and we'll reset the system one more time.
Yeah, excellent.
Now, unfortunately, it has to be reset each time that you want to update it.
Yeah. And the reason that I made it that way was because we could change the order of the names. So that way, if you change, if you wanted Zedith up the top and Colonel Will second, or vice versa, or whatever, that way it has to go through the entire display, work out the order, and print it accordingly. So,
my suggestion was that it should work out what's going on where, at what time, and just know. But as this took 6 months, I wasn't too aggrieved when Zedith said he wouldn't do it. It probably would have taken another 6 months.
But the fun fact is, and this is the fun fact, that I think it was around episode 100, I mentioned that I was working on like a side project for this, and it was going to be a surprise and whatnot. This is not the surprise, so that will come. This sidetracked me from that surprise, so that will come sometime in the distant future, probably. But that will be really cool as well, I think. So fun with combinators.
Yeah. I think we'll leave it there. Zedith, do you want to take us out, seeing as you brought us in?
Sure. Thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. If you have any questions about this, leave a comment and I'll do my best to answer and whatnot. And I hope you enjoyed. So look forward to seeing you next time as we continue to break the game.